Good evening, all. On behalf of Federation of Family Physician Association of India (FFPAI), can I request all of you to please switch on your video for a couple of minutes? On behalf of Federation of Family Physician Association of India, I welcome you all on this third webinar of clinical research for family physician. This is the third webinar where we can interact directly. The fourth one in the series will be on 17th of February at 3 p.m. in the afternoon, because it will be a hybrid session. There will be delegates who will be attending it in person in Ahmedabad at the time of annual conference of Ahmedabad Family Physician Association. All of you again will be same way. You will be getting a Zoom link to attend the program. Now, Dr. Chinmay has designed something special for all of you, which he will be sharing today during the live program, as well as in the group as a message also. To begin with, we have got 170 registrations, but the funnel is getting narrower and narrower as we have reached to the third session. We could see around presence of 25 for some various reasons today. So I request all of you to please ignite your colleagues or friends who have registered for this series, and Dr. Chinmay will tell you that who will be getting a certificate and who will be getting it not. And the tech team, please mark the presence of all the delegates who are present today, and then we'll be talking again. Over to you, Dr. Preeti, for a formal introduction of Dr. Chinmay and further proceedings.
Thank you, Dr. Pragnesh. On behalf of FFPAI, I once again welcome you all. After the historic event of Ram Pran Pratishtha, which happened yesterday, it is a historic event not only for India, but almost for all the world. We are very proud of it. So are we proud of Dr. Chinmay Shah also? He is the professor of physiology, and he needs no introduction. We have heard him 2 sessions earlier, and we have seen that he has given us a new light into research. We have understood what is research, how we as family physicians can do research in many topics. We can present cases. Today his talk is going to be more on presenting a case. We do day to day, we see a lot of cases, but we do not know where to present them, how to go about it. And to guide us, we have Dr. Chinmay Shah, who has done a lot of work in research. And Dr. Chinmay Shah, over to you. And as Dr. Pragnesh said, please, all of you, tell your friends to join. On 17th of February, it is going to be a hybrid program. So we can also join virtually 3 p.m. So all of you be alert. Otherwise, we will not be getting the certificate. Over to Dr. Chinmay for today's session.
Thank you very much, Pragnesh Bhai, as well as Preeti ma'am, for starting the session. So, good evening all. So, thank you very much for being here. It always happens that organizers try to organize the things for the betterment, but if you are not there, there is no fun of any event. So, thank you very much, everyone, for joining. So, first of all, let me ask you a question. That we had a first session on what are the how to do the research. We had a second session on what are the different types of research publication. Okay. And so any questions in previous 2 sessions? Yes or no? Okay. No questions. Okay. Thank you. So today we are, as I said previously,
Dr.
that
Chinmay, it means two things: either everything is understood or either nothing is understood.
No, but we will be always optimistic. Okay. So as how to do reference and citation, okay, that we are going to cover today, sir. Okay. So as I said on the first session also and second session also, that you all are the busy family physicians, but again, I will say the same thing, that maximum patient comes to you. You are the person to whom uh, uh, public, or we can say a society at large, come to, and you are the first person to observe anything, you are first person to detect anything. If you look at the history, any of the epidemic, any of the endemic has been detected, predicted by family physician to start with. So today we are going to discuss a basic thing without much mechanical or taxing things. Because if I will ask you to do a randomized control trial today, you will leave the webinar instantly. Okay, so we will start with the very basic things, but promising. Okay, so that is a case report. So let's start session. I will share my screen. So in between, we are going to discuss today a few use of technology also, as well as citation, as well as literature search, everything we will try to cover today. Okay. So practical publishing for a family physician, and basically we are going to target case report. Okay. Before I start further, I would like to thank and acknowledge Ray Vivo, Assistant Professor of Medicine, Texas Tech University Health Science Center, for this PPT, because few of the part has been created, few of the part has been taken from him, and so I acknowledge his presence. Okay, so let's start. So what is the objective of our today's session? We are going to discuss how to select a case, choosing among medical journal, preparing a manuscript, means preparing a case report, submission and review process, and other tips for the successfully publishing a case report. Okay, are you ready? Yes, you can just type yes in the chat box. Are you ready? See, these all are the techniques to keep you all alive, because you may be traveling back home in your vehicle or taxi. So I have to see that you don't sleep. Thank you. Thank you, everyone. So what are the challenges to the family physician for anything which they want to publish? Lack of time, sometimes lack of interest, lack of money in the form of for research, lack of teaching program or material, lack of faculty time, interest, role model, mentors. Okay, lack of research director, consultant, and lack of computer or software. You have, but not inclined to the research. So whatever is lacking is basically inclined toward the research. Okay. So the case report and the family physician is a perfect fit. Why? Because high volume of patients are encountered, some of whom may have a reportable finding, which you can report. Reportable means you can report, not a laboratory report. Easy to do, in less time, less consuming than other form of scholarly work. As I said, if I will ask you to do the original article, or if I will ask you to do a randomized control trial, it will take too much time, too much formalities, this and that. Okay. And so the case report and family physician is the perfect fit. And it's all worth it. Why? Because if you see, out of all these different types of publication, case report makes the basics of any case report. Okay. And what Sir William Osler said, that always note and record the unusual, publish it, place it on permanent record as a short, concise note. Such communications are always of value. This is what Sir William Osler said. And if you look at the reference, a search of a Medline database from 1996 to the present using a medical subject heading term, case report retrieved more than 1,40,000 citations. So in this years, there are more than 1,40,000 case report has been published. Now this is also we will see, and we will do it practically. Okay, how to do this and how to come to this conclusion. So now we are going for step-by-step guide how you will write a case report. Okay, before I start, let me again explain you. Case report means a detailed discussion on one report. If you have more than 3 reports of same type of case, it is known as case series. So we are starting with single case report. Clear? So first is looks for a good case. Good means what? What is in your opinion good case? Yes, anybody? In your opinion, what is good case? Unusual, yes. Easily understood, okay. Something unusual, yes. So basically it is something, two words, normal present of abnormal case or abnormal presentation of normal case. Okay, so that is a definition of good case for case report. Once you find it, read some more about that particular disease or particular case. Obtain informed consent because it is required by some of the journal. Okay, and when you are taking a consent, make your intention to publish known to the subject. So you have to, in writing, you have to take that I'm going to publish your case report without revealing your identity, and it may be published in any journal for the betterment of the society. Okay, so there is obtain informed consent. Third is complete the appropriate workup to confirm the diagnosis. मुझे लग रहा है by looking at the history and looking at the introduction or presentation, I feel that this may be COVID, but I want to prove it. So complete the appropriate workup of that particular case. Okay. So if you are diagnosing very unusual case which may end up into death, you may require an autopsy finding. If possible, involve some of the consultant which are academics. Identify potential journal that where you are going to publish, because as we have seen last time, it will differ which on scale of writing. Okay. In between, we have two questions on this slide. Number one, is there any performer for this? Yes, we can say, but it is a simply okay, myself, Dr. Chinmay Shah, give consent to publish my case report without revealing my identity, and I have no objection in this. So this is a simple, you can take a consent. And one more question by Dr. Pragnesh is, do we need to take consent even if name not published? Yes, sir. Then also you need to take a consent on a safer side. Okay. And start writing. Okay, start writing. So as we said, candid case, a unique case that appears to represent a newly described syndrome or disease. The case with an unexpected association of two diseases that may present as a causal relationship. The outlier case representing the variation from the expected pattern. It happens to us, na? If we are wearing an unusual cloth, sometimes people will say it is something unusual. You are not wearing such type of cloth or in such fashion. So same way for the case, that it is an outlier. And the case with a surprising evolution that suggests a therapeutic or adverse drug effect. That I have started one treatment in one person and baldness start appearing. Okay, so there is something unusual. If we look at some other literature, it also says a common case with uncommon presentation or uncommon case with a common presentation. It also says, some of the literature also says that case that contribute to a change in the course of medical science, a case that illustrate a new principle or support a refute a current theory and thus may simulate the research. Sometimes you see that if you publish 2, 3, 4 research, based on that original research will come. How to identify journal? We will take it as we progress further. Cases that present a therapeutic or diagnostic observation that elucidate a previously misunderstood clinical condition or response. Cases that demonstrate an adverse response to drug therapies or presumed cause and effect presentation that have not been detected or reported earlier. Next, an unusual combination of condition, as we have said in previous slide, the two cases, okay, or presenting complaint that confuse with the decision-making process or created treatment dilemmas. So in simple word, if you say something which is different, which create a confusion, which help a society if they know early. If you look at the example, the first reported case of toxic shock syndrome involved a strange melange of presenting signs and symptoms that establish the need of detailed clinical research. Next, a new observation of an impact of one disease process or condition on another. as initially we have seen that effect of tuberculosis on HIV, or of a treatment regimen for one condition that will result in an unexpected outcome of different condition, are a legitimate subject for case reporting. Lastly, reports that describe the personal influence a particular event had on the patient, physician, or both. A case that caused a physician to re-evaluate how he or she cared for a patient. अरे मैंने ऐसे नहीं देखा होता तो क्या होता, अच्छा हुआ ये हो गया. Or a case that suggests opportunities for patient education, as an example. Okay, so these are the few criteria which you can keep in mind when you want to present a case or publish a case. Clear? Any questions? I have gone through the few query in the chat box which we are going to cover in future slides, but any other questions?
So how to identify the journal?
Yeah, that we are going to discuss.
Oh.
So this is, before we discuss that, the slide says, what do journal looks for a case report? Okay, so it says, what is the clinical significance of key point? Or is it a original? Is it a unique? Or it is a copy paste, plagiarize? What is the quality, clarity, and consciousness of writing? Sometimes, being a native Gujarati, I write very bad case report, so it will not publish even if the case is very uncommon. So, quality, clarity, and consciousness of writing does matter. Okay, so before you send for publication, ask yourself, what would this article add to existing knowledge? Okay, or you can ask, how significant are the take-home messages from this case? And lastly, how would this information change patient care? So if you can get an answer of any of these three questions, your case is an ideal case for case report. Okay. So these are few of the leading medical journals. Okay, new NEJM, Lancet, JAMA, Annals, Archives of Internal Medicine. In fact, the National Journal of Integrated Research Medicine, which we publish, that also publishes case report. Okay, see, these are the different methodology of case report. If you look at the NEJM, they consider case report in the form of images in clinical medicine. The Lancet case report, the American Journal of Medicine consider it under the heading of diagnostic dilemma, image in dermatology, ECG image in radiology, and rest all consider it as a case report. Okay, so now when you want to discuss that which journal I should pick up, should I join in NEJM? Sir said that it was in imaging clinical medicine. You have to keep in mind three things. Number one, is it unique only for Gujarat, India, or overseas? If it is only unique for Gujarat or India, you should choose the Indian journal. Okay. Second thing, go through the authorship criteria. Okay. If you don't have image, you can't publish your case report in NEJM. Okay. And third thing, some of the journal also take a author processing charge. It is known as APC. It is known as APC. Okay. Article processing charge. So that also you have to decide that should I afford this charge or not. Okay. Usually the reference we require for case are not more than 8. Again, different journals have different criteria, but not more than 6 to 8. Okay. So this is how we can identify our journal. These are other few of the journals. Now we come to the main part, that how to develop a manuscript or how to develop my case report. Okay. So what I request everyone, that right now, just write on piece of paper. If you're in the mobile, take 30 seconds. I will give you 30 seconds. Meanwhile, I will take a water. Write down one case report you want to publish. Though you don't have seen, though you don't have come across, either on piece of paper or on your mobile, somewhere you write down one line that I want to publish a paper on this case report. Okay. Yes. So we have a one question is how much is APC charge? Sir, you will be surprised. It ranges from 3,000 to 3 lakhs. Okay, but case report it may be around 3-4,000 up to 30,000. But we have seen the APC charge up to 10 lakhs also. So we have a few case report in our chat box. Mohammed sir has written avascular necrosis of head of femur, cystic fibrosis. Then Preeti madam says neuroendocrine tumor. Very good. Okay. So now we think that we have this case. Okay. And so how you will go one by one? First is prepare an outline. Second is draft the case description. We will see what point to consider in it. Third is search pertinent literature. So we will see how to do literature search. Draft a discussion and conclusion. Okay. And write the introduction. Now you see one important thing. Then introduction came at last. It is not first. Okay. Otherwise, for publication, we will write introduction. So when you will put in a case, introduction will come first only. But when you are preparing, introduction will come at last because it will be based on your case. Okay. Then lastly, write the abstract. Though it will come first, but you have to write it at last. Then list the reference, review, edit, revise, give to your peers, give it to your friends, and repeat 7, 8 again and again. Okay. And lastly, prepare a title page, cover letter, and submit. Clear? Okay. So we have one more. Case series is minimum how many cases? 3 cases minimum. Using herbal topical formulation with allopathy to treat the acne. Case report on atypical diarrhea and response to injection doxycycline. Excellent. So what is outline? As I said, first is prepare an outline. So what is outline? Outline is an abstract, introduction, case description, discussion, literature review, conclusion, which may include summary and recommendation. So we'll start with the case description. Okay. As I said that these two will come at last. So this is one more question. What is the title of your case? Should you decide from the beginning or at the end? Yes, any response? Before or after, you can put B or A. Anything B or A. Where should title come? Or you will decide the title, A or B. Okay. So who is right? If you are saying A, if you are saying B. So I will say both are right. How? That if you have completed everything and now you are deciding that you want to write and you have everything ready for you, then you can decide your title before you start writing, and accordingly you will write because you know everything about the case. And secondly, just you have gone through the symptoms and sign and you decide that something unusual is there. In that case, you will decide the title once you finish your writing. Okay. Next, case description. So what you will write in the case description? First is demographic, age, sex, height, weight, race, occupation. Okay, but avoid patient identifier, that is date of birth, initial, village, something by which you can identify. Mohammed sir says, sir, we will not give a diagnosis first. We will say interesting case of limping. That also you can write, but if you have something unusual, then you will give the diagnosis. But this is also you can put. Okay. So chief complaint and present illness, complete history, medical, family, social, occupational, medications, pertinent findings on physical examination, pertinent laboratory, image and other diagnostic data, provide the reference range for the laboratory value, why it is outlier. Paraphrase the salient features of the diagnostic procedure. पूरा डायग्नोस्टिक प्रोसीजर नहीं लिखना है, पूरा पैराफ्रेज कर देना है. मतलब इन शॉर्ट यू विल राइट, but not ditto to ditto copy paste from any other journal. Provide photographs of image and histopathology, but when you are putting a person's image, cover the eye. Okay, cover the eye by a black or white color, so you will not able to identify the person. Okay, so what I did is I have got my eye, so don't do that. You have to cover the image eye, otherwise you will say that sir you did this, so we also did this. Okay, so covering a image eye which you are going to present. One question is consent one copy with doctor is sufficient? Yes madam, it is sufficient. Then narrate event in the chronological order. Details of differentials, challenges you faced in diagnosis and treatment. Okay, so this you have to write in a case description. Some other journals follow this pattern: description of the patient, history, physical examination, relevant x-ray, image diagnosis, expected outcome and actual outcome. That you were thinking that this is A, but based on this actually it turned out to be disease B. Or you think that treatment by this treatment expected outcome was cure, but it is not cure, but it is adverse or whatever different type of outcome you found. Okay, now comes the discussion. So once you describe the whole case, now you have to discuss, summarize the salient features of case report, compare and contrast the nuances of the case report with the existing literature. That literature says that on 3rd days of this it should happen, but it has happened on the 1st day, or it has happened on the 10th day. Justify the uniqueness of the case, list the limitations of case report and describe their relevance, confirm the accuracy of description which you are writing on the patient case report, and ultimately draw the recommendation and conclusion if you can. It is not always easy to draw the recommendation, but definitely you can conclude that this is a case of this, and these are the salient features you have to keep in mind. Okay, so how you will write the discussion? So first of all, you have to go to literature search. You have to search the literature. That okay, if it is a bullous on this part of the body, it may be this, it may be this. Then you will create a small hypothesis. You need not to write as a hypothesis, but you will prepare an hypothesis in your mind that this may be COVID. Okay, or is it COVID? Yes or no? Then you describe, or based on diagnostic process and course of illness, by giving a table of diagnostic procedure, figures, photograph, imaging, and ultimately you will discuss the outcome. That this case report is because of drug and drug interaction, drug and condition interaction, or other conflicting outcome. So this is the content of your discussion. Okay, ultimately you have to prove that what is new. Okay, so the important part, previously also you all said, and here also it is coming, that is a literature search. So usually what we do, I hope my screen is visible. Yes
sir.
or no? Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So what we will do routinely, this is a Google. So I have something, let's take one random title from your, okay, herpes zoster in elderly lower limb. Okay, so I'm putting herpes zoster. Because I'm thinking that this may be this, so I want to do the literature search. So you see what came, this many articles are there, and it is around 17 lakhs. So I'm not going to read each and every. And when you search in the Google, you will get everything which is written by somebody, known, unknown, knowledgeable, not knowledgeable. So first, I will go step by step. So first, what you can do, you just type Google Scholar. Okay, so it will take you to the Google Scholar. Okay, and here you search. So once you search here, it has given 21,400 case only. Again, here you have a filter that since 2024, this year only, 95 case. Okay, I does not want to include the citation. Okay, and here you can create an alert that if anything is published in Google Scholar, you will get an email that in Google Scholar this has been published. Now I think how many of you have an account in Google Scholar? You can just write yes or no. How many of you have a account in Google Scholar? Yes or no? Don't know. Yes, no, 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 no. Yes, other, we have a total 28 participants. How many of you have? You don't know, don't know, don't know. Is it a free of charge? Yes, sir, 100%. I will just take you through it. Okay, most of you don't have a Google Scholar account. What is the advantage? Because once you are in the industry or in the journey of publication, this is very important. Okay, so if you can see here, can you see here my profile? Okay, let's go from here. So what you should do, this is your Gmail account. Okay, you click here, and if you go down, you will find a Google Scholar. Okay, if you don't find, what you will do, you can click on the more. Okay, and once you click on the more, you will be directed to Google Scholar here. Okay, and then if you not here created a profile, let me sign out, or let me show you in incognito mode. Because I already have an account. Okay, so Google Scholar, this came. Okay, so you can see here my profile, my library, something like this. Okay, so once you sign in from here, it will ask you to go through different process. Okay, you have to upload your email ID and everything. Once you will do, it will take you to your profile. So I am going to my profile, and such profile will be created. See, initially, as your mail ID will not be linked with any of the institution, it will say it unverified email ID. Once you have institutional ID, it will say verified email, because they want to know that I am coming from any college or not. Okay. Now, what is the advantage? That once I have an article here, if somebody cite it, can you see this? A title, a study of correlation between auditory and visual reaction time in healthy adults. It is cited by 117 times. Okay, so it gives the value of that particular research. So if you can see here, out of total article published by me, if you can look at here, these are the citation score. That okay, clear? These are the citation score, and out of all 1,724 citation has been done from my article. H index is 22. What is H index? When it is 22 means my 22 articles are cited 22 times. Okay. Then comes I10 index, means 10 times cited. 53 articles are cited 10 times. And this is overall citation of your own. So what is the advantage of Google Scholar? If somebody cite your article, it will automatically come here. You don't have to calculate. Okay. So I request everybody to create your Google Scholar account. So then you can have a publication. Your all published article will be listed here. So if somebody asks you, you can just click here, export, and you can give, these are the list of my article. Okay, and this will help if you are asking for any of the grant proposal or any of the support from anything. You can write that my H index is 22, I10 index is 53. Okay, clear?
Yes.
So we were moved, yeah. So we have moved from literature search to Google Scholar. Now let's go back to the literature search. And as we know, the most trusted literature search is PubMed. Okay. So we will go to the PubMed and we will search here. So this was herpes zoster in elderly lower limb. I have clicked search. Now let's see how many article comes. So 76 result. Okay, here we have options that you want abstract, free, full. So these all are the options available to you. This is a year guideline. So in last 10 years, how many article? 26. Now, see, when you put like this, they can see only zoster, only elderly, anything. So there is something known as Boolean operators. Okay. So I will just combine herpes A and D. So I want both words. In is non-identified word. So and elderly. Okay. And lower limb. So if I want everything, I will put like this. Okay. And let me search. Okay. Showing result of this. If I will click this, it will say only 2 article. Okay. So now I will remove this, and what I'm putting, I want herpes zoster everything. Control Z. Again, let me put. But I don't want lower limb. I want everything, but not lower limb. So what I will put? Not in capital. These all are known as Boolean operators. So all herpes zoster, but not lower limb. So can you see? All herpes zoster came, but no, not lower limb. Okay. Clear? And third is or. If I put or, means I want herpes and zoster or elderly. So both will come. You see the number of articles 59 lakhs because I have put herpes and zoster or elderly. Clear? So this is the way how we can do the literature search. So you can limit your literature search. If I want everything, I will again put and again put and here. Okay, so we have only 76 articles. Clear? Okay, let's go. So this is by using a proper search term. We have done the literature search and we have gone through the article. So we'll come to know that, okay, this is the presenting symptoms, but what other have said. Okay. Next thing is conclusion. So you have written the discussion, you have gone to the literature and now you are concluding. Provide a justified conclusion, avoid overreaching statement. You have seen only 2 centimeters. Don't write 20 centimeters. You said the symptoms are only for 2 days. Don't write for 20 days. Provide evidence-based recommendation. Dunia sabut mangti hai. Describe how the information learned applied to one's own practice. List opportunity for research in your recommendation that further research is required with so and so and so. Ensure that this section is brief and does not exceed more than 1 paragraph. Okay. Now, once everything is over, now we are writing introduction. So what we'll write in introduction? Subject matter, why we have chosen this case report, whatever things already available, how you have gone through the literature and you found that something is not there and so I'm reporting. Introduce the patient case to the reader that I am presenting a case of so and make an introduction brief and less than a 3 paragraph. Okay. Next comes abstract. So now in brief you will write introduction, case report, discussion and conclusion, 1 or 2 lines. if it is a standard abstract. If it is a non-standard abstract, then you can just write one paragraph. Then comes the reference. Now, as we said, that if you not write reference, it is a plagiarism, copy paste. Okay, so you need to write the reference. Now, there are two software available. One is Mendeley and Zotero, which are free up to certain extent. So, what is required to write? Okay, so there are more than 9,000 type of referencing method available. Now, I will show you one of it. For example, most commonly uses Vancouver. Reference style. So if journal says that we want Vancouver reference styles, you will write in this way. Which way? It is coming. Okay, so you see, these are the different styles. Now, if you look at this example, name of the author, then physiology of aging, then name of the journal, year, issue, volume, page number. So this is the way you will write. If it is a book, you will write like this. 7th edition, who is publisher and which year, and always page number. Okay, like this. So for each and everything, you have a methodology by which you will cite. And similarly, so this will comes in the reference section, but there is something known as in text citation. Means if you see at one of the case report, let us open one of the case report which is already published. Okay. So can you see this 1, 2? So this is known as in-text citation. You can see the introduction, case presentation, then images. Okay. Then discussion. So data availability statement, ethics statement. So if this is based on the journal requirement, if journal doesn't require, you don't have to put all these things. Okay. And these are the reference. So whatever you have written here, for example, it is 31. So 31 will like this. So this is the methodology of writing a reference. Okay. Clear? So authorship. Who will be the author? The person who has found this case report will be the author. If you are a team of 2-3 people, you can decide that, okay, in first case, I will be the first, you are the second, you are the third. Okay. And accordingly, if everybody has contributed equally, if one person has contributed more, he will be definitely the first. Okay. So decide before you start writing, if you are writing in the group. Okay. Submission process, go through the author's guideline, prepare a cover letter, title page, figure, table, manuscript, and finalize your timeline. Okay, that in 15 days I will do this, then 5 days I will do this, then 5 days I will do this. Okay. After submission, what will happen? It will go to the reviewer. That ये बंदे ने भेजा है, देख लो. Okay. So reviewers will look at it. Either it will be accepted or revision. Send for revision. Okay, revise this. Send full data of this image. Send this detail. Or it may be rejected. If it is rejected, okay, your case report is rejected. Then go look at the reviewer comments. Reflect why it is rejected. Ask some expert, seek an advice. Revise it and resubmit to another journal. Okay, so you will get either accepted or rejected. Once it is accepted, you will get something like this for a galley proof. Check your name, check your line and everything. Once it is done, okay, once it is done, your article is sent for publication. This is how you can write the case cover letter that I am so and so sending a case report and we are so and so people. Okay, again, this is a galley proof. Title page can be like this. Again, it varies with the journal. requirement or journal guideline. Okay, case report. See the title. It's a trap. Clinical similarities and subtle ECG difference between Takotsubo cardiomyopathy and myocardial infarction. So you can have some funny title also, or we can say eye-catchy title also. This is running head. What is running head? You see on the article, if you go through the pages, there is short title is written. So that is a running head or short title. Then details of author, corresponding author, conflict of interest, word count, figure, and table. Like this, you have to prepare the title page. Okay. So if it is came for comment, you have to write the reply. Okay. Lastly, the do's and don'ts of writing and publishing a case report. So what are do's? Tell a story, get the detail right, check that you don't get indulge into wrong thing. Employ picture or figures whenever related. Formulate a short and sharp titles and secure written consent from the patient. So do this. And what is don't? Don't write your case report before doing your homework. Don't publish a case report without the patient consent. And lastly, don't include everything. पूरा मुझे सब पता है वो मुझे डाल नहीं देना है. Less is more was the popular edge. It's like a speech. So it should be like a mini skirt of a girl. It should be long enough to cover the subject and it should be short enough to arouse the interest. Okay. So like that, you have to write the case report. Okay. Summary, always keep your eyes open for an interesting case. Verify by literature search the novelty of your case. Write. Sleep over it for 2-3 days. Give to your colleague and then send for publication. Submit and revise as needed. If at first you don't succeed, try again. Okay. There are many journals you can submit it. Okay. Do not limit yourself to the patient care alone. For you all, strive to contribute to medicine in a meaningful way. Thank you. Thank you very much for our today's session. Any questions? Anything related to how to write?
Thank you very much, sir. It was literally like you have taken us through a case presentation, and with an imaginary case in my mind, it felt like I am presenting the case. I'm getting ready to present the case. Thank you very much. It was quite elaborate and very explicit. Thank you so much. Audience, if you have any questions.
One question, how do you source out in-text citation? Sir, can you just unmute yourself and speak out what you want to actually know, because I'm not getting from your written statement. Deepak, sir.
Yeah. So when you showed us that article, there was text and citations in between. So for every statement, there may be a minimum of maybe 2 citations or even 10 citations sometimes. So that statement has to be qualified by all those citations. Do you have to obtain? I mean, is that yeah?
Okay, I got your question now, sir. See,
I mean, do I have to go through all 10 citations to substantiate that statement?
No. It's not like this. It's other way around, sir. Yeah. It's totally other way around. So let me explain. For example, I tell that Narendra Modi is the Prime Minister of India in 2024. I am writing this statement. Okay. So first question comes in your mind. Have you thought of it? Yes or no? If you, yes, it says yes, it is my own statement. No need of citation. No need of citation.
Yeah.
Number 2, if says that is it your own sentence, I will say no, it is not my sentence. It is there in the newspaper that Narendra Modi is the Prime Minister of India in 2024. Okay. So now second question will come. Is it a common knowledge?
Yes.
Yes. So no need to cite.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. If I said that Narendra Modi is excellent poet or excellent basketball player, which is not a common knowledge, then I have to cite. Bhai, kahan se liya? From where? So citation help in a 2-way. You are not hiding anything. See, in the beginning, I've said that this presentation, I got a support from the PPT of so and so person. So I'm not telling that whatever is written is my own. I'm just presenting in a lucid manner. So you are not hiding. Okay. And second thing, when you cite, it will support your text or whatever you have written. So for example, I will say that this is a COVID because it has a value of 523. And if I add that again, the Dr. Preeti, Dr. Pragnesh has done the research, and on in their article also it was the same. So I will cite a paper published by Dr. Preeti and Dr. Pragnesh. So it will give strength to my saying that I am not saying alone. 3 people are saying this, and so believe it. So this is the value of citation. One is to avoid copy pasting or plagiarism, that ye to mera hai. And secondly, give support to whatever you are saying. I hope the things are clear.
So if I cite a particular article, and in that particular article there are about it's a review article or it's a case presentation. In that there are citations to sub. I can add those citations, or only have to cite that review, that particular one article which I've used.
You can. So what you said, it is known as cross citation. That without looking at, you are putting simple citation. Don't do that.
Okay.
If you have gone through the article, see, I read a whole article and I summarize it in 5 lines. Okay.
Yep.
So in that case, I have to write only single article. But if you are citing a particular value, which is again cited by some another person, then go to that some another article, look at the value and cite that article.
Okay. Got that.
Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah. Any other questions? Now, what is, before people leave, let me say that what is next step now. So what I request every one of you right now, you are not going to publish in a journal. So in 1, 2 or 3 days, decide any usual case. If you get something unusual, it's okay. But if you don't get any unusual case, pick up any usual case and write down a case report. By tomorrow, if I will not share, please remind me. I will share one Word template for a case report. So I request everybody to submit it. So we will go through it, and best case report will be awarded at Ahmedabad conference on 17th. And the best case report need to present also online or offline in a way what you are. Now comes who is eligible for the certificate. The thing is, number 1, out of these 3, at least 2 attended online, means synchronous face-to-face, and 1 can be from the YouTube. So out of 3, minimum 2 should be attended and submitted a case report. Okay. So whatever format you think, please submit. See, this is nothing like an exam. We just want you, because when you are preparing a case report, you will come to know that, okay, I haven't understood this. I want to understood this more. So it will give more insight to you only in the subject. So prepare a case report. I will again relax the things. Let's have a case report preparation by 3 people. Okay. Any of the 3 people come together and prepare a case report. So it will be considered that all 3 has prepared. Okay. So in a group of 3, for example, if we have a 24% right now, okay, so we will have at least 8 case report. Out of that, 1 we will choose as a best case report, which he or she will present, as well as it will be awarded by a conference. Okay. I hope the things are clear.
Yes, sir. So how do we send the case report to you beforehand?
Yeah.
Your
So
email ID?
Yeah, I'm just putting my mail ID in the chat box. Yeah. Yes, any case report. For this purpose, any case report will work. Okay, but try to see that if you find something unusual, try to see something. अगर आप गौर से देखोगे तो कुछ ना कुछ मिल ही जाएगा.
Yeah. So there is a question which says.
Yes, madam. Yes, madam.
Yeah. Any normal case like diabetes mellitus can be selected. Yes, it can be selected. And one more question was there: is it better to do it individually or as a group? I think in the beginning it will be easier.
I will prefer you do individually, but if you think that you are not able to do, maximum 3 people, as this is your first chance. And can we submit a case presented in a past? I request no. Have something fresh.
So something presented in a conference, can we compile it and send it to you, sir?
May see ditto to ditto, which you already submitted. If you are going to revise it based on whatever you learn, then revise it and submit. It is not like simply वहां से उठाया इधर डाल दिया.
No.
You can revise it.
Yes, revise it and send it to you in the format which you are suggesting.
Definitely. And today is we have a 23rd. So submit it by 13th. So you have 20 days.
Oh, lovely. Okay. Somebody is asking what time. So it's not tomorrow, day after. We have 20 days time. Yes, that's nice, sir.
Yeah. Any questions?
Any more questions, audience? And I'm just repeating Dr. Chinmay Shah's mail ID. It is cjshah79@yahoo.co.in. So I just repeat it in case anybody has missed it. Next session is on 17th February at Ahmedabad at 3 p.m. But in case you are not able to attend the conference, it will be hybrid. So you can join virtually. Yes, sir. Dr. Preeti Bhargav, Meena Pais, everyone is congratulating, sir. It was really engrossing and very explicit and informative today. It was like, took us through step by step. And a very big thank you to you. Initially, it felt like, will we be able to do it? But after today's session, definitely case report or case series. As family physicians, we definitely can do it. That confidence has come.
Thank you.
Submitted by 13th February, no, sir? 20 days.
30th Feb.
30th is only 7 days left. Okay.
For Valentine Day. So you and me both can celebrate Valentine Day. So before Valentine Day, you all celebrate.
So 13th February. Okay. So for everyone, I'm repeating 13th February. So before Valentine Day, sir will have the reports and he will select.
Yeah, sure.
Okay. So if there are no more questions, we would like to end today's session. One more announcement. The last session will be a physical or offline session at Ahmedabad on 17th of February at 3 p.m., coinciding with the annual conference of Ahmedabad Family Physicians Association. And it will also be hybrid. So those who are not traveling to Ahmedabad can join virtually at 3 p.m. on 17th of February. And the case selected will be, the person whoever selects the case, whichever sir selects, will be requested to present the case either physically or offline on virtually on that day. Thank you very much, sir. First, I would give a very big thanks to Dr. Chinmay Shah because I will not be there in Ahmedabad with personal commitments. So virtually, I thank you very, very much, sir. Would have loved to meet you in Ahmedabad, but unfortunately, I will not be coming for the conference. There's a wedding in the family, and we all, on behalf of FFPAI, on behalf of all the participants on Zoom and YouTube, a very big thank you to us for making us more confident to present a case, taking us through totally research, which we are not exposed to as yet. And thanks to FFPAI, the President and the Secretary, Dr. Pragnesh Shah and Dr. Pragnesh Vacharajani, for this excellent idea to take us through this. And untouched area it was totally. And last but not the least, thank you all participants. You made it lively and you made it very interesting. Thank you all. Looking forward to all your cases. And thank you, FFPAI Rushil, for managing the Zoom sessions. One more session left for you to manage. And then we begin you. Sir is always available with us in the group virtual workshop group. Any doubts can be clarified there. Thank you. Thank you very much, sir. Thank you very much, all the participants.
I also take this opportunity to thanks all of you, and especially Dr. Pragnesh Vachrajani, Pragnesh Shah, Priti ma'am, for giving this opportunity and having this idea, because this is something new, but I think this is the future.
Yes.
If you all come together, then you are going to make a miracle, because as I said, you are the future. You are going to provide a basic data to the health system. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, sir. Thank you very much.
Good night, sir. Thank you.
Good night, sir. Excellent session today.
You can call me once the session is over. We can discuss.